Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. Today's video quite possibly could be the most important that I've ever made and that you will ever view. If this is your first time watching my videos, you might definitely want to go ahead and click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell because what I'm about to share with you could quite possibly change your life from this point on and in ways that you've never ever imagined. So let's get right to it. We have been conditioned to kid or to lie to ourselves. The way we think, the way we talk, okay? We've been conditioned to lie to ourselves, that we're much better off than we are, that it's our ego, okay? In very plain sense. Number two, would like for you to take an honest look at yourself. To take an honest look at yourself, to the results you're getting. Okay. Would like for you to see whereabouts you are in your life right now, watching this video. An honest appraisal of where you're at. Okay. I would like for you to take a real honest look at your results, at where you've gotten to at this point in your life. Ask yourself, how much money have I made in my life? Now, this video is not going to be strictly about making money, but to a large degree, some of it is going to be about that. Okay. But you can substitute results, money with health. Where is your health? An honest appraisal. Where is your health right now? Okay. When you do, ask yourself this: am I really living the way I want to live? Are you living right now, today, Sunday, August, I think 4th? How has this year been? We're getting into soon, we're talking about fall, right? How has this year been? Ask yourself, how has this year been different than last year, the year before that? Has it really changed much? Is it the same thing over and over again? Summer's about, getting closer to ending now. Okay. What's the most money that you've generated in a year? The absolute most. What has it been? 50,000, 100,000, 150,000? What's the most you've ever generated? Again, it's not strictly about money, but that's a big part of it. The answer identifies where your program is. Okay, the most you've ever made in your life. That answer, okay, about your health and your wealth identifies where your programming is. Okay, today could be a huge turning point in your life. This video and my videos could be a huge turning point in your life. So the answer to the previous questions, if you're not happy with the answers or you're looking for something different and a big change, a turning point in life. So if you don't make a decision or an intention, you'll stay exactly where you are. Deepak Chopra said, if you're not creating your reality, someone is going to create it for you. Let me say that again. If you're not creating your reality, someone is going to create it for you. The definition of discipline, and this is going to be about discipline, the ability to give myself a command and then follow it. So give myself a command, an intention, okay, and then follow it. Take the necessary actions. Inspired actions. Now that's going to be different. I'm going to talk about actions a little bit here, but not just actions, inspired actions. Okay, the kind that resonate with you, the kind that is a mind and a heart. Okay, heart and mind connection. Most people want simple things. They want the ability to eliminate any financial concerns. Okay, not wonder if we can make the mortgage payment. They want to be able to maybe go buy a new car. If they need a new car, just go ahead and be able to buy it. Okay. If they want a new sweater or a suit or a dress, let's just go out and buy one. Okay. No financial concerns though. Take a trip. Again, it's August. Have you taken a trip? Where would your vacation be? Would it be somewhere in a resort somewhere, a nice island somewhere? Would it be an all-inclusive, or would you be able to have no financial concerns that you don't have to worry about it being all-inclusive? Just to go ahead and enjoy yourself, not worry about that, okay? These are some of the things that the average person wants. They want to be able to wake up in the morning and be excited about how they're going to spend their day, okay? This is where most people want these things. They want to be able to have no financial concerns, buy things they want to buy, don't have to worry about it, and then wake up tomorrow morning excited about the day, where they're going to go, what they're going to do, who they're going to be with, okay? However, most people, and see if this is not you, most people are tied up in traffic, okay? Most people go to a job they don't even like. Most people work for somebody who is actually possibly incompetent. Do you resonate with any of this? Does any of this hitting any bells going off? Am I hitting any nerves here with this? Because if I am, then this video is for you, my friends. This is the video you've been waiting for. This is the content, the information. I'm not saying this for me about who I am. I'm talking about the content, regardless of who is saying it, but the information that you've been waiting for. If you've been looking to make a change in your life, this is the video. This is the content. Okay. The average person wants to mix with people who are really vibrant, enthusiastic. Okay. So that would be a pretty good way to live, right? I mean, we think about that. You wake up tomorrow morning, you're excited about the day, no financial concerns. Okay, you have a job, or you're going to a job, or you have your own business that you're passionate about, you're excited about, you're looking forward to the day. Okay. You're going to take a vacation. So a pretty good way to live. No financial concerns. Okay. Spend the day doing what you love to do. And with the people who are upbeat and creative and productive. That would be your day. That would be a pretty good day, right? I would imagine most people, right? Now ask yourself, do they just happen? Okay. How do results happen? So the results to get that, how do they happen? How do those results happen? Do they just happen? Okay. You and I, we are only limited by a weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. We're limited by that, okay? I believe, though, that you want to improve the quality of your life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. At least you wouldn't be watching for this long. This deep, about what, almost 8 minutes into this video. You wouldn't be watching this long if you didn't want to honestly improve the quality of your life. And if you do, hang with me here for a second. Now, the R up here represents results, okay? The three H's, the first H on top represents health. The second one, happiness. And the third one, a W, is wealth, okay? In those three categories, our health, our happiness, and our wealth, our results always tell the truth about where this is, where our health is. Are you healthy? Are you sick? Are things just not right? Are you kind of okay? Your happiness, are you really happy? Are you genuinely a happy person? And your wealth, how is the bank account? The bank account always tells the truth as well, okay? Now, poor and wealthy. Poor people in health, poor people in wealth, a couple of commonalities. They generally have large TVs, right, and very small bookshelves. Wealthy people, on the other hand, have the exact opposite. They have medium to small TVs and huge or large bookshelves. There's a big difference, right? 90% of people who go to a health clinic they go there for emotional illness. They're physically ill, but mostly it's emotional. Poor people, large TV, small bookshelves. Rich people, medium-sized TVs, very large bookshelves, okay? So here is an image of our mind, and down here's our body, okay? The top portion represents our conscious mind, our thinking mind, okay? the educated mind, thinking mind. The average person doesn't even think. Go through their day. Wake up tomorrow morning, pretty much going to be the same thing as the previous day. You're going to see the same people. You're going to talk about the same things. You're going to do the same things. You're going to put in your 8, 9 hours of work and right back home again. Social media, text messages, right? Facebook, whatever, Snapchat, whatever else is out there, right? Come home, take a nap if you have to because you're emotionally drained from the day, right? Emotionally drained from the day. Watch some TV, right? Now read a book. No, I mean not learn about themselves or how they can further themselves. No, right? Thinking mind is subject. Thinking, excuse me, the thinking is not a subject that's taught in schools. So I'm getting somewhere here with this, okay? So the average person just doesn't think; they just kind of go through their life, and the thinking, how you think, is not a subject taught in school. So you're starting to see like there's a bit of a conditioning going on here, okay? The conscious mind is where our intellect is, okay? The conscious mind is where we have our ability to accept and reject. This is going to be huge here in another minute, okay? So the conscious mind, we have our ability to accept and reject. It's our intellectual mind, educated mind. It's the thinking mind. Okay, that's up here. That's our conscious mind, okay? The subconscious mind is our emotional mind, okay? We accept. The subconscious mind doesn't differentiate. It accepts whatever's put into it. It doesn't accept or reject. Okay, it can't do what the conscious mind does. Ideas and beliefs are set or sort of foundationally built in the subconscious mind. Okay, it cannot determine or differentiate between what's imagined. So the subconscious mind cannot determine or differentiate between what is imagined and what is real. That's going to be huge. Think about, keep that in your mind, if you can. Keep that in your mind for the next few minutes. Subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined, okay? So we confuse our mental activity, so thinking mind, the average person doesn't think. We confuse our mental activity with thinking. Mental activity is not the same as thinking. Earl Nightingale said, if the average person said what they were thinking, they'd be speechless. If the average person said what's really going on in their mind, but verbalized it, they'd be speechless about what comes out. I want you to think about that as well for a few minutes here. So the subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what's imagined and what is real. And if the average person said what they were really thinking, they'd be completely speechless about what they were saying. So here's another diagram, okay? The reasoning mind, the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind. The reasoning mind, we have what? Up there we have media, other people, and social media going into our conscious mind. We are consciously taking, even if we're unconsciously doing it, we are taking it in to our conscious mind. Okay, we have the ability to reject these. So we have the ability to turn the channel, to just turn the TV off if we don't like what we're seeing on the media. What's the media's slogan? If it bleeds, it leads. So it's negative. We want negative. They want to put more negative into our conscious mind. The world's going to a hell in a handbasket. Oh my God, this election, this person gets elected. Oh my God, the world's going to explode. You know, your way of life is going right out the window, right? That's the stuff that's being put into our conscious mind, but we have the ability to reject it, okay? But what happens? We don't do anything. Why? Because I say the average person wakes up, they just go about their day. They're just letting stuff come into their mind. They don't even pay attention. So the mind is wide open. If you notice down here, the diagram, I don't have the conscious mind here for a reason. Because the same stuff, other people, gossip, right? Social media, new news media is all being funneled right into our subconscious mind. I mean, what did we say about the subconscious mind? It doesn't have the ability It can't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. It just thinks it all is the same. So it's all going into our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does not have the ability to reject. It can't say that's negative, that we don't accept that. It just takes it in. So it's being downloaded, just like the programming here in this computer is being downloaded. Okay. So why do we do this? Because we're being programmed to do it. That's why we do this. Okay. It's why the average person just allows this junk to go into our subconscious mind, because we've been programmed to do it. And I'm going to touch on that here now. Why and where did this programming come from? Okay. What I'm about to share with you, my friends, could be worth millions and millions of dollars. It could be worth you going through years of heartache and bad relationships and health issues to completely turning it around and living harmoniously in the relationship that's the right relationship for you, that right partner for you, your health turning around. Okay, what I'm about to share with you here absolutely has the ability, if you become disciplined with this, to change your whole life around. Now, I want you to see this diagram here. You as an infant. Okay, you and I as an infant. Our subconscious mind. Now, you notice again, there's no conscious mind here because it wasn't developed as an infant. In fact, I'll take it back a little bit further. Well, actually, no, I don't have the ability to do it here. Or maybe here. Yeah. Now, I want you to think of this as the third trimester, not just as an infant. From third trimester, our brains turn on. Scientifically, it's been proven. To an infant to age 7. Okay. Third trimester, news media, other people, radio and TV, all that was being funneled into our subconscious mind. When you say, well, George, I mean, you weren't even born yet. What do you mean third trimester? Because how your parents, how your mom was reacting to this, okay, what she was talking about, how she was talking, what were their what were their conversations around finances? What were the conversations around other people? What was the type of media that they were consuming? You see, because it's going into your subconscious, but it's going into mom as well. Her energetic energy, her emotional reactions to this at third trimester through age 7. So as an infant, okay, what was being shown on the radio, TV? What was the type of music she was listening to? What was all of that? That's all being funneled into our subconscious mind, creating these beliefs. Okay? So many beliefs are passed as well from generation to generation. So it's not just mom, it's not just what she was listening to or how she was acting with mom or dad. Was there a dad around, right? Was there alcohol or drug abuse in the family, in the household? All these things. Okay, these are all being, now a lot of these beliefs are being formed here, but been formed generation to generation. So it's been passed down. Many of them are absolutely ridiculous, completely ridiculous, these beliefs, okay? We are programmed genetically, okay? It's why we look like our mom or our dad, because a particle from mom and a particle from dad came together and boom, we're formed. So programming is on a genetic level, but it's also on a psychological level, an emotional level. Okay, so now this gentleman here, Robert Hillian, said here. This is a huge quote. I want to read to you guys, and maybe you want to write this down. In absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia, what we just talked about, right? Until we become enslaved by it. I want to read that again, because this is huge, guys. In absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until we become enslaved by it. Social media, the news media, politics. How many of us are like this with others, family members, right? Friends that maybe just their friendships just destroyed over politics, good versus bad. You can fill in the blank. You understand what I'm talking about, right? A few years ago, the pandemic. How did that? How did families react to that? People react to that. We become enslaved by it. Think of the number of people you know who are like this. I'll take a pause here a second. Think of how many people you can identify yourself, maybe, and how many other people you think live like this. This is why I'm saying this video and what I'm sharing here with you could be worth millions and millions of dollars. Could get you out of poverty. Could get you out of addictions. Could get you out of poor relationships, out of a cycle of bad health all the time. Okay, a paradigm. Okay, is a multitude of ideas fixed in the mind. So that's you and me as an infant. Now let's forward this over 20, 30, 40, 50 years. What do we see? Okay. The paradigm, which is our subconscious, this is what forms media, other people. Today is social media, radio and TV, social media, other people and media. The same thing. It's the same thing. We've been doing this thing for years and years, decades, some of us. Okay. So here, we may be asking, but George, how do we change? How do we get out of this? Okay. Most people on welfare are fourth and fifth generation recipients. It's been proven. Most people are on welfare, fourth or fifth generation. What did I just say about generational beliefs, right? Passed on down, passed on down, passed on down. We're not like those people. Okay. School. So what do? So we go to school, right? School's good, right? Gives valuable lessons, but never taught about a paradigm because they don't know about it. Teachers don't know about it. Principals don't know about it. Superintendents sure as hell don't know about it. What they do, they don't share it with you. There's a reason why they're not going to share this stuff with you. Superior knowledge, inferior results. So superior knowledge. So again, the diagram, right? Here's our paradigm, subconscious. Here's all our knowledge that we bring in, right? The intellect, thousands of books, 18, 20 plus years of school. Superior knowledge, inferior results causes confusion, frustration. How many of us know of somebody who educated, but for marriage, multiple marriages, whatever it may be, okay? Inferior results. Because the paradigm causes the result. It's not this, it's the paradigm that causes the results. The paradigm controls the behavior of the person, what I just talked about in that diagram prior to this. So I want to go back to a couple of pages before this just to show you something. If I can here. So you want you to maybe to read this for a second. This is not the page that I want to go to, but this is very important too. So for every thought you think about yourself, okay, you can read that. Emotion you feel towards yourself and the belief you have about your worth and value is in this very moment, guys, is shaping your experience this very moment. Take away from this video what you're thinking about yourself and where these thoughts came from. Okay, and we start changing that subconscious mind. Now, I'll show you a diagram here for a second, and this will be the end of pretty much the end of the video. This is a cycle. They call it a vicious reality cycle. Okay, we observe reality, what we see outside of ourselves. Okay, what we see outside of ourselves is nothing more than what I just showed you manifesting itself. The beliefs that we have, that we've held since we were infants. manifesting itself in our reality. Okay, so we observe your reality. It's just a reflection back. Your reality, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing more than a reflection back to you, all your thoughts and feelings and actions. We react to it, right? I don't like that person said. I don't like the job I have. I can't stand my boss. Um, the relationship, I don't understand what's going on in my relationship. We observe our reality, we react to it, and we create an image by reacting to it. Okay, remember, subconscious mind, the universe, we create this image. The image created then gets reflected back to us in our reality. So the vicious cycle, reality cycle, we observe, we react, we create, and reflect it back. So how do we change it? We change it right now, right here. Just like I said a moment ago, in this very moment, when you're thinking about yourself, how you view yourself, and you see your beliefs and values shaping yourself right now in this very moment. So in this very moment, you start to understand that we're going to change these paradigms. You start to change how you see yourself in this very moment. This is how you do it. You start to get a belief in your head. You look at your bank account, and if it's a reflection of how you've been thinking, you change it. You start to visualize the amount of money you want in your bank account. If you're going to your job, you visualize the job that you want, maybe a different boss or or promotion, whatever it may be. You start to visualize and see in your mind that what you want to be. You observe reality, but you observe it from a detached reality. You look at that as anything I see in my reality is my old thinking. There's a gap between the new thinking and the images creating in your mind and the reality that we see. We want to create the image in our mind. Okay. We want that image is going to be reflected back to us. You're going to start noticing subtle, but noticing changes. The second you said, I'm going to create an image, whatever it may be, it's already there. It's already done. Creation is finished. It would be like screens, okay? Like my hands here are screened in a movie. You want to go capture the screen that has the image that you want. And you want to hold on to it. You want to have the discipline to take the necessary action. Remember, I told you a little while ago, the inspired action. Start to tell yourself when you go to sleep tonight that, yes, I am enough. I am wealthy. I am worthy. I am deserving of whatever it is, good health, wealth, whatever it may be. Fix in your mind a certain income you want. Again, like I mentioned, if whatever whatever the amount of income is you've ever had in 1 year that you ever accumulated, because of your paradigm, how you see yourself. So you see yourself here, okay? And you want to do that. So let me just end it with this real quick. I was just thinking of something I want to show you guys that I think it perfectly illustrates, well, it really illustrates, not perfectly, but really starts to illustrate this. So, one second, guys, so I can move this back so you can see me here. Okay, so let's say here you are today, okay? And let's say this is $60,000 a year is the amount of money the amount of money you've made in your life, the most money you've ever made in 1 year in your life, okay? But from watching this video, you say, you know what? This, I'm going to take this I'm going to double it plus some. I'm going to say $160,000. Okay, a year. And so you're going to go from 60,000 to 160. You're going to put this in your head. I'm so grateful that I am generating $160,000 per year. However you're going to do it, don't worry about how you're going to do it. You just put it in your mind, okay? You allow and trust the universe to bring this to you. But you first fix it in your mind, okay? Now let's say like in the house here, thermostat is set at a certain degree. Let's say the thermostat today is set at 71 degrees, okay? And let's say 71 degrees represents where you're at $60,000 per year, okay? And let's just say, for argument's sake, 160,000 is at 110 degrees. Well, you can't get here from here to here without changing your mindset, right? Because this 110 degrees is at a different frequency, a different energy level. So you want to start to think from here as this here. So you want to start to think this way, you start to act this way. You'll start around to get around people who are making this and then more. Watching videos, associating with different people, okay? See how they act, what have you. Now, these numbers could be whatever. You could be, 160 to 400,000, whatever it may be. It's why the person who wins the lottery, okay, they're at 60,000. Let's say the person who wins the lottery is making 60,000, is generating 60,000 a year, but they just won $5 million. Okay. Well, they're at 60,000. The thermostat set at 71, and they're at 5 million, and 5 million, let's say, is at 270 degrees. Okay. Well, if I set the thermostat here in this room to 71 degrees and the temperature starts to go up north of 71, the thermostat's going to kick back in and bring it right back down to the 60,000. That's why the people who who win all this money, you find out 1 or 2 or 3 years later, they're completely broke. They've lost everything because they're thinking their thermostat is set here. Why? Because of what we just established here. No? This is because of everything that goes into their subconscious mind. They're programmed to be at 71 degrees. This is why I say this video and others like it could be the greatest thing that ever happened to you in your life. Again, I'm not saying this from an ego standpoint, like, oh, look at me, George. No. I'm talking about the content, okay? So this is why. If you are truly, truly interested and dedicated to changing your life for the better, for the first time for you and your family, this is the information you want to get around. If you are serious about doing it, and you're not just curious, okay, I offer coaching. So if you'd like to have one-on-one coaching, go to my channel, click on the link, and I'd be happy to coach you on this. Because this is the type of stuff, my friends, that can finally free you from the poverty thinking that has gotten you to where you're at in your life so far. Thank you so much for watching my video, all my videos. From all my subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for coming to our community. Please feel free to share this video, because the more people see this, the better off the world is going to be. Thank you so much for everything. I love you. God bless, and I'll see you the next time.